What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's YouTube video, and today's a full day of eating, as the title and thumbnail say. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what calories it's come out to yet. You guys will know, obviously, in the thumbnail. But for me, the biggest thing is my current weight post-surgery. So I'm now officially, I think, is it 7 weeks? Yeah, I think 7 weeks post-surgery as of Wednesday. Today's Friday. And my appetite still isn't quite where I want it to be in order to see my weight come back up. Because right now I'm hanging out around like 161-ish. And my goal is to hopefully get back up closer to like 165, 170 in the next couple months. So there's not a rush. I don't want to try to push my calories too much. My goal is simply to kind of hit my protein goal and increase my calories as much as I can with whole quality food. So that was the biggest thing, name of the game today. Also, I'm using a new camera. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and swing this guy around. Oops, there we go. So you guys can see we've got the, this is the Osmo Pocket 3. It's like a really small, hopefully you guys can kind of see this, like even this, so this portion right here is a battery pack that's added. This is the actual camera. It's super, super light. It has a gimbal, so it kind of stays online. And honestly, the main, I always forget it's like 3 buttons. 1, 2, 3, there we go, it comes back around. The main reason, there we go, I got this is because I'm going to Japan. I'll actually be in Japan when this video comes out. So I wanted to be able to like vlog that experience. And I will say, like, as much as I love this, love my main camera, it is so freaking heavy. So this gimbal right now, I'm holding like arm's reach. So it's got a good overall kind of lens, and it even has a wide lens if I need it. But this guy, like, this weighs probably a solid like 6, 7 pounds. And then let me see if I can do this real quick. Like the side-by-side comparison of these two cameras, like it's a night and day difference in the sense of like how big and heavy this thing is versus how light and small this is. So basically, I'm gonna use it in Japan as like my vlogging camera. So that'll be kind of nice to have. And then I can actually leave this guy probably at home just so I don't have to lug that around. And yeah, so today's a little bit of experimentation for me to use this camera. It has face tracking as well, which is pretty cool. So like if I was to set this down, it also has a tripod, but I'm not using a tripod right now. Like I can move and it follows me, which is, I think it's pretty cool, especially in the kitchen if I want to be making stuff, things like that. But it does not have a huge tripod. But yeah, for breakfast, I guess the whole point of this video, sorry, I got a little excited about the new camera, is breakfast. And breakfast we keep super simple right now. We are simply just having, well, I say pre-workout, just this protein bar. So this is a transparent, I can't even see, there we go. Transparent Labs, grass-fed protein bar. So we're gonna have that. And then typically I have a banana, but I think we might be out. So, okay, so I'm gonna do the protein bar, and I'm gonna do, looks like we got 2 kiwis. So protein bar, 2 kiwis, that is breakfast. Go ahead and, let's see. I always have to remember it's 3 clicks. And then, yeah, so you guys can see, that is breakfast. We got our protein bar, we got our 2 kiwis, and let me go ahead and put the macros together for you guys. I'm actually gonna go with a quick audible and go with 2 protein bars instead of 1. So we got 2 of these here, mostly because I've noticed my weight is coming down. And also this is not how I recommend most people kind of go about their full days of eating. I think most people should track or pre-track or do things a little more accurately. But just with today, having a variety and not having the biggest appetite, or needing a variety of food because I don't have a big appetite, I typically am a meal plan kind of guy, or like, I guess like a structured meal day kind of guy. But right now, today we're gonna kind of fly by the seat of our pants. But you guys will notice it's pretty much the same kind of routine of like protein source, healthy fat, fruit or vegetable with every meal. This first meal, 2 protein bars and 2 kiwis, comes out to be 647 calories, 67 grams of carbs, 33 grams of fat, and 32 grams of protein. Something quick, easy in the morning. And then actually I'll be going to the gym a little bit earlier. So my kind of current day structure is wake up around 6, kind of wake up, go to the computer, just kind of start to work, have some water, have my pre-workout snack, which obviously, I guess that's one kind of weird thing because I've tried to like show you guys the kiwi, but had face tracking on. So yeah, 2 kiwis and the 2 protein bars. Gonna go with those. I'll go to the gym, come back, have my protein shake post-workout, and then have 2 meals. So it's kind of like a 4-meal day, and I'll obviously take you guys through it. But that is breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead, sit down on the computer, do some more work, eat these foods, and then I'll head to the gym. But I will not be taking you guys today. It's a leg day, which is really boring. All I do is leg extension, leg curls, and then some body weight squats. So I figure I'd save the actual like workout vlogs for maybe an upper day, like a push or pull workout, because today's kind of boring. But yeah, that's a start to the full day of eating. And see you guys at post-workout protein smoothie, or I guess shake. I don't know what the difference is. Protein shake / smoothie. Just made back from the gym. As I mentioned, quick leg day, doing pretty much just pure machines right now because of the surgery recovery. Leg extension, leg curls, literally body weight squats and hip abduction. Did some mobility work, did a little bit of walking, and now we're back making our post-workout shake. Once again, I honestly don't know what the difference is between a shake and a smoothie. If it's like a smoothie has to contain like mostly fruits, or a shake is something made with ice cream. I don't know, but I'm gonna call it, well, but also like doesn't need ice cream because whatever. Protein shake, I'm gonna call it a protein shake. We're gonna have one frozen banana. So we got a frozen banana right here. These are just, I mean, basically we let the bananas kind of ripen up and then we just put them in the freezer. So snap that, throw that in our blender, boom. We're also gonna add some almond milk. We got the just, Trader Joe's almond beverage, non-dairy, unsweetened. So we're gonna add a decent amount of that in there. I basically just go into like cover the bananas. It's pretty much like an eyeball. But it's probably, I don't know, right around a cup if I had to guess. And then we're gonna add some protein powder. In here, this is the Transparent Labs dark chocolate. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's the only problem about this video, or this like face tracking, which I think I can turn off. Okay, so tracking activated. How do I turn that off? There we go. Not activated? Okay, so yeah, Transparent Labs. Because I think if I have it activated, like I can't see exactly what's going on. But yeah, let's go ahead. But now I feel like I should track it, so maybe I do click it. Oops, do I need a double click? There we go, tracking activated. And then we're gonna go ahead and do 2 scoops here. Biggest thing is just getting in lots of protein. I think this shake comes out to be like, I think 60 grams of protein with 2 scoops, plus the peanut butter. I don't think the banana really has much, maybe 0.5 grams, something like that, but in my mind, like not enough to actually calculate, and the peanut butter has some too. As far as the peanut butter goes, I would weigh this out, but I've been doing this for a couple weeks now. I'm pretty confident in it, but actually I do blend it first. So let me go ahead, blend this up, and then we'll add the peanut butter. And peanut butter wise, I'm gonna test myself today. I'm gonna bring the food scale out, but typically I try to do about 20 grams of peanut butter. But I gotta blend this first. And the easiest way to track your peanut butter is to go ahead, so hopefully I can see the scale. So basically place whatever you want to measure out on it. You're going to zero it out. You're going to also switch to the unit you're going to use. So in this case, I'm going to use grams. There we go. So 0 grams. So basically now you know anything you take out of the jar is going to be the number of grams. It'll actually read negative, but that's exactly what we want. So let's go. I'm going to aim for 20 grams. Let's see what that was. Okay, 17. So a little bit under. Maybe a little more. That's probably too much. 22. Honestly, 22, good enough. We'll go ahead, because I will say not all the peanut butter ends up being in the actual smoothie. So let's call it, I don't know, 2 grams left on the spoon, something like that. But that is the easiest way to measure out condiments. So if I was using like mustard or ketchup or barbecue sauce, anything like that, put whatever you're using, even egg whites, put it on the scale, zero it out, obviously with the lid off. And then whatever you take out, you know exactly how much. So that's a pretty easy way to use the food scale. But yeah, we're gonna have to blend this again real quick. And I'll read off the macros. Now our shake is made. This comes out in like a decent consistency. I will say I wish the actual blender cups were a little bit bigger, because you guys can see that like the max fill line, this is over the max fill line. And I swear, I don't know if this is like, I guess this is like 16 ounces, maybe 20, but I wish they made like 24 or even like 30, 36 ounce cups like this. And maybe I just need to go searching, but I haven't found one for the Ninja blender. But this meal comes out to be, let's see, 494 calories, and then it is 36 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 63 grams of protein. Like I said, the Transparent Labs protein powder, code Perez, saves you 10% by the way. It's 28 grams a serving, so that's 56 right here. And then the almond milk, I think, has a little bit, and then the peanut butter also has some. And that is the protein smoothie. This is probably one of my favorite things. I stole this recipe from Katie, who makes one as well. And then also I will be having my creatine, the creatine monohydrate from Transparent Labs post-workout. So I'll be go ahead and just dry scooping this with some water, just make sure I don't forget to do that. And also take my multivitamins, which are over here. I'll grab those. Oh, I think I went outside the, oh, whoa, did that follow me all the way over here? Dang, that's actually pretty cool. I was like, normally I have to like cut out a camera, but I think it has like a 180. I can go all the way over here too. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how much I'll use it. If you guys like the angle, since it's kind of lower, I might need like a bigger tripod. Not really sure, but also I have my multivitamins. As you can see right there on Friday, I need to take those. But yeah, without further ado, that is a wrap on the post-workout shake. I'm gonna sit down, pretty much work at my desk for next couple hours until I become hungry, which sometimes is like 1 p.m., sometimes not be till 2 or 3, but I know if I wait till 3, then my dinner gets pushed back, so I try to eat a little bit earlier, even though my appetite isn't huge. But I'll show you guys the rest of the meals throughout the day, and nothing else crazy going on. Pretty much a pretty heavy workload. Got a couple clients to kick off, a couple client calls, just yeah, basic work as well as some editing, because as I mentioned before, I'll be leaving to go, well, I will be in Japan in 1 week from now. So a whole lot of prep to make sure everyone's taken care of, all content's kind of scheduled before I go there and can enjoy a vacation. Because I really haven't taken like a true I've never taken a 2-week vacation ever. So it's kind of unique, but yeah, so make sure everything gets set up and we're squared away. And that is meal number 2. It is now time for meal number 3. I will say it's a little bit later than I want. It is now 2:16, and this is gonna make not things more challenging, but a little more challenging to get all my meals in. Once again, the fact that I just don't have a lot of hunger, and I've just been really busy, so I had a lot of client calls. So I just, once again, couldn't really eat on a call. I can eat as I answer emails or edit, but I can't eat as I have a conversation with the client. But we're gonna go ahead and make some pasta. So we got some Banza pasta right here. This is just chickpea pasta. And basically we're gonna make pasta with meat sauce and a little bit of broccoli, because that's honestly kind of what I'm craving. That actually sounds pretty good. I will say broccoli in the air fryer is my absolute favorite. And I kind of I'm craving a little bit of vegetables right now, which is kind of weird, but I do notice if I don't have a ton of fruits or vegetables, I kind of crave it. Luckily, we already have some ground beef cooked up. I cooked up 2 pounds the other day, so basically I'm down to half a pound. So basically it's 8 ounces raw, but I'm not exactly sure what it is cooked. Also, I keep looking at myself below the camera, like since oh God, once again, hopefully I can show you guys, like I keep looking at the screen, not the camera. So that's one thing that I don't know if like it looks weird when I look at the camera, or at the screen, not the camera. So I'll try to do my best to look at the camera, knowing that it's tracking my face. So no matter where I go, it'll kind of follow me. So what do we need? Oh, pasta sauce. And then we've got this guy right here. This is the Trader Joe's creamy tomato basil pasta sauce. This one is, I think, Katie's favorite that I've kind of fallen in love with, which is really, really good. And then we need some broccoli. I think I'll also probably add an apple to it. So let's see. I think I swear I bought, oh, I did buy some. Okay, sweet. So we got some broccoli florets already here. Let's see, I'll probably honestly see how many servings. 4 servings. I'll probably do 2 for lunch, 2 for dinner. So I think I'm gonna do either chicken thighs, salmon, or no, I ate my steak last night. So chicken thighs or salmon for dinner. And then let's see, what else do we need? Oh, an apple. I'm gonna do an apple as well. So we got Honey Crisp. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. We got Honey Crisp apple, the absolute best there is in the game. So Honey Crisp apple. And that is gonna be, once again, I need to turn this around. Boom. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's gonna be our meal. What the heck? Does not work. There we go. Boom. So we got our ground beef. This is 8 ounce. Well, it was 8 ounces raw. It's probably a little bit less than that now that's cooked. We have our sauce. I'll probably use 1 serving, 120 calories there. We're gonna do, let's see actually. Probably do 1, actually 2. Should I do 2 servings? I don't know yet. I might do like 1.5 or 2 servings here. I'll definitely let you guys know the macros, but I'm gonna measure it out and see how much it is based on how hungry I am. We're gonna use some broccoli. I'm gonna do a little bit of olive oil spray on that and throw that guy in the air fryer over there. And then we have our Honey Crisp apple. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some water boiling. I'm gonna just make everything. I'll show you guys the final product afterwards. And per usual in any Jack Perez video, you guys know the vegetables are always done before the rest of the meal. We got the sometimes this face tracking doesn't help because I want to be like, oh, like you can see that, but it tracks my face. But regardless, we have our Banza pasta in the pot boiling on the stove. Well, the water's boiling, just add the Banza pasta, but it takes about 8 minutes to cook, and our broccoli is already done. So we're gonna go ahead and eat the broccoli first so you guys can see we just got a nice little, boom, nice little cooked broccoli. And you do want a little bit of charring because honestly, it adds a little bit of texture, it makes it a little bit crunchy. Also washed the apple. But the biggest thing here is you want it cooked. If it's not cooked, it's not gonna be soft. It's like steamed and crunchy. It's how I personally like it. And this was 325 in the air fryer, 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. And you can do 7 minutes. You don't want it as crunchy, but I'm gonna eat this and then I'll make the rest of the meal and go over the macros with everything. Our meal is finally done. Just had to microwave the ground beef as well as finish the pasta. So we used 1 serving of the pasta sauce. We went with 1.5 servings of the Bonza pasta. Not sure if I mentioned that, but that is now in here. So we've got the 1.5 servings of Bonza pasta, 1 serving of the pasta sauce. We've got 8 ounces of 90-10 ground beef. I'm not sure if I said that earlier, but it's 90-10 ground beef. And then we have a Honeycrisp apple. And this meal, let me go ahead and double check exactly what this comes out to be. Oh, I need to grab my phone. Let's see. All right. I will say the little swivel between front and back is actually pretty nice, pretty cool. And then it automatically face tracks. So this meal right here is 959 calories. It is 96 grams of carbs, 36 grams of fat, and 72 grams of protein. So a big chunk of protein. I will say as I was making this, I actually started to feel a little bit more hungry. So I ate the broccoli. I am looking forward to this meal. But I'm a little bit nervous now. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I try to have my last meal around 6. It's not gonna happen, or it's gonna be a smaller meal. And that's kind of what's been happening lately is my appetite isn't there. I get busy and then I kind of miss some calories. But right now, I'm not too worried about increasing the calories a ton since I can't train to the full extent I want to and like need all the calories. But I just don't wanna lose any more weight, and my weight's kind of been slowly coming down ever since I had surgery, which is kind of as expected. But I just want to kind of stop to, or hope to prevent that. But this is meal number 3. I'll see you guys at meal number 4, maybe a little bit of dessert. It is time for meal number 3, and instead of boring you guys with the kind of like plan as well as cooking it and the meal, I decided to just go ahead and whip it up. It's super simple. So one of the great things about the air fryer I have, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's like the bigger Ninja we upgraded when we moved in this apartment, and it can do 2 things at once. So you can like cook one thing on one side and another thing on the other. So it's like 2 compartments. So I can cook the salmon and the broccoli at the same time because the broccoli doesn't take as long as the salmon, vice versa. So we have the salmon and some broccoli here. It's 6 ounces of salmon, and the other half, or I guess like 2 servings of our broccoli from earlier in that bag we have, as well as 200 grams of blueberries right here. And this meal, as you guys see, I mean, it is fairly simple. I don't have much of an appetite. It is already 7 o'clock. I try to have my last meal at 6 p.m. I just am not hungry, and I just know I need to eat a little bit more and have some salmon that was gonna go bad, so I need to make it, and I need some more micronutrients in. But I will be adding one thing to this meal, which is some dessert, and we're going with the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwich. So if you guys can see that, I know kind of pick me up. There we go. Skinny Cow ice cream sandwich. This thing right here, they're 150 calories each, only 3 grams of protein, so not a ton of protein, but they taste really good, and a nice little sweet treat as far as like, for me, my goal is around probably that 90-10 rule, 90% whole foods, 10% fun foods. I would categorize this as some fun food. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back. I pretty much have a little bit of ice cream at the end of every day, and yes, you can still have a little bit of fun foods in moderation and hit your goals. And I need the calories because I think this meal, I'll go ahead and read over, including the dessert, so that's included in meal 4. Did I say meal 3 earlier? If I did, I do apologize. Meal number 4, but let's see. So meal number 4 comes out to be, with the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwich, 542 calories, 54 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, and 44 grams of protein. And then, yeah, that is pretty much just like fruits, vegetables, salmon, and then that Skinny Cow ice cream bar. And that brings my day total to 2,642 calories, 257 grams of carbs, 98 grams of fat, and then 211 grams of protein. I think I might need to start to bring my protein down because protein is very satiating macronutrient. But at the same time, maybe I just go from 2 scoops in the morning to 1 scoop. And I would go from what, 211 to, I mean, let's just call it like 180, what would that be? 183. So something like that, I think, yeah, 183, yeah, around 183. And my goal is just to get around 160, 170. I do eat more protein. There's nothing wrong with getting more protein in, but if it does kind of have, if I continue to have this appetite issue, I'm gonna drop my protein a little bit, increase my carbs, and still try to have a wide spread of micronutrients throughout the diet. But we'll kind of find out. Like I said, I'll be literally in Japan in a week from today. Over there, I'm not gonna be too concerned about calories, macros, protein. I'm going to enjoy that experience because I have no idea if I'll be able to go back ever again in my entire life. So while I'm there, my one and only goal is to experience that to the fullest. And this little camera is actually fantastic. I've been filming with it today. The tracking's pretty cool. It's a little bit weird. I've never had a gimbal before, or the ability to like, not point things. So like the fact that it kind of stays on, I need to learn how to use it a little better. But I think as far as traveling, it's gonna be amazing. I'll probably still use my main camera in the gym, at home, but I want to test this out today so I can edit with it or edit these clips as well before I leave, so I kind of have a better understanding of how to use this camera properly, and the fact that it's so light. And also I brought the tripod out, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this around for you guys. So it has this little these little tripod legs as well. So like this is probably the full form, the biggest it'd ever be. It has these little tripods that kick out, but I probably won't really use the tripod too much in Japan. But it literally is so small, it's gonna fit in my pocket. It fits in my, you guys can see this little like daily travel bag, this little kind of, what is it called? Wow, I can't remember what it's called. Fanny pack, that's what it is. And it fits in there perfectly. So having this nice little camera is gonna be perfect. So like, and I mean, the fact that I can kind of vlog with it just fine, and like it's a little bit smaller, inconspicuous, and be like, oh, I can walk around and vlog, and no one's I'm not gonna have a giant camera that everyone's looking at. So I like the kind of a little bit more subtle, and I have the wireless mic attached to it, and I really like it so far. Formal review to come, but so far I'm a big fan. But yeah, that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this last meal, have my little ice cream, and I'm gonna get some steps in because I'm trying to get 10 to 15 minutes after every single meal to help with digestion, honestly, to promote my appetite. But at the end of the day, 2,600 calories. It should hopefully see my weight slowly climb back up, but I know for me, my typical maintenance is around like 25 to 2,700. If I can get above like the typical 10 to 12,000 steps I normally do, plus training, I'm probably, yeah, I'd say high 2,000s is typically where my maintenance is, but we'll come back in December post-Japan trip and really dial things in, track everything, weights, workouts, all that good stuff, and kind of have the rebuilding phase start. Because my plan is to build until next summer, and maybe do a little bit of a cut if I have a trip coming up, something like that, kind of like this past year. But more than anything, I just can't wait to train again with full intensity, feeling my body, working on recovery, get back to where I was. Because I will say, my physique has, I want to say, has diminished, but it's not as good as it was, because I've taken almost 2.5 full months off from training, and I had a surgery. So yeah, but that's a wrap in the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.